Area DMG.
Welcome back to Area DMG. I'm your host, Philip Wesley, the Mile High Mouth, and this weekend we covered Colorado Anime Fest. Woo! Yay. Yeah, that's my middle name. That's my full name. Gasp. Now you can dox me. I'm so sad now. Anyways, we covered it. It was awesome. And you know what the best part about conventions is? Meeting all these people that you only get to speak to on Facebook or whatnot, outside conventions, and all the camaraderie and joy and fun that comes from being at a convention. Actually, it's a swag, and that's what this video is about. It's about the swag up to and a little after Colorado Anime Fest. Why am I doing a video about swag? Because I haven't before, so why not? Actually, let me start out with this. I'm going to do a review of these. I got sent this by the company, and they were all like, hey, can you do a review of these? And I was like, yes I can. And I've got a few of these left. And pretty much okay, I was handing this out to other journalists and stuff because, well, to be honest, how am I going to test caffeinated mints if not at a convention? That's the perfect place to test these. These are actually very curiously strong. They are very minty. They are very caffeinated. I thought it was funny that one of the people that tried this was like, yeah, I kind of gauged them as somewhere being close to Death Wish coffee. I'm like, that's a thumbs up right there. My opinion on it is, they sent me these for free to do a review, and it's going to be a pretty good review. I like these. It's just a mint. You suck on it, and it caffeinates you. 2 of them is the equivalent of 1 cup of coffee. Pretty good. I brought these to share. You know what I mean? And share I did, actually. So pretty much the stuff here was like, yeah, this is a little strong, both caffeinated wise and mint wise. And I'm like, that's good. So that was kind of the first thing. But you know, there's actually a lot of free stuff at those. So first I'm going to go over kind of the free stuff. There was free food, like, that's an orange. And there was like, okay, free breakfasty type stuff and cupcakes for the press. Wonderfully made cupcakes, all sorts of different types. It is truly one of the highlights. It wouldn't be Colorado Anime Fest without cupcakes. It wouldn't be this convention without cupcakes. And coffee and orange juice. Yes, lots of tea actually. I like the fact that the Keurig had all sorts of tea. And I was like, yes, breakfast tea. But yeah, let's get back to more stuff that was free. Stuff that was free was, there's swag out there promoting other companies and things. Like this is from Nebrascon. This is also from Nebrascon. So I was like, hey, that's kind of cool. So I'm going to use that. It is a little tumbler with a straw. This is, I think it's a flashlight or some type of multi-tool. Yeah, it's a flashlight. Keychain thing. I'll probably give it away or something. A couple stickers from the Alamo Draft House. Let's see. Couple stickers for the charity this year, which was Youth on Record, and Colorado Anime Fest actually raised over $9,000. Over $9,000 for Youth on Record. They also had little guitar picks. Put those in my wallet. Well, one of them anyway, so I always carry one of those around there because I know exactly one blues riff. I should really get better at the guitar now. Anyways, here's another thing from Nebrascon. There's a couple other places that had swag too. Like Anime Nebrascon is on November 2nd and 4th of 2018 at the Radisson. It's a Year of the Beagle, because you know, Year of the Dog, and they're pretty cool. Also, there were advertisements all over for DakuCon and the Dragon Boat Festival and other stuff, and I was like, that's pretty sweet. Yeah, this is for the Dragon Boat, inaugural Colorado Dragon Boat Film Festival. Sounds pretty cool. If you're in Colorado, check it out. Oh, there was also a bunch of stuff from other conventions. I think Mile High Con was there, WhimsyCon, Starfest, that type of thing. Pretty good stuff. I like supporting these local cons and stuff. They're pretty great. Let's see, what else was free? Oh, we're going to start getting into more stuff that was free before we get into some of the other stuff. Well, I got some pretty decent swag. This is a Isle of Dogs action figure of Duke from that new movie by Wes Anderson, Isle of Dogs. It's an action figure of a dog from Isle of Dogs. I think it's manufactured by RDP Ltd. Out in London. Made in Holshoi, China. Yup. It's a dog. It's a legitimate dog. That's pretty sweet. Now, they also had hats for like Rampage. Oh no, Maya already has decided to market with stuff. See, it says, in theaters, April 13th. Rampage. Starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who was fantastic in Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle. And you should go see it if you haven't already. It was pretty fun. Also fun, I haven't seen this movie yet, but this is a Tomb Raider tote bag. I love tote bags. I will use this for groceries. It's a Tomb Raider bag for groceries. Groceries! I'm gonna eat that. Anywho, let's see what else was here that was free. Oh, there's another movie I'm looking forward to. I heard it's gotten some mixed reviews, but I don't care. I'm gonna see it anyways. A Quiet Place. In theaters, April 6th. It's like a burlap sack, pretty much. This is a sturdy, hefty bag thing that you, it's one of those bags that you drape over yourself, like a backpack, and you pull it tight. So, yeah. Bag for A Quiet Place. And that thing. Oh, and then also, a t-shirt says, let's see, it says Rampage. Let me bring that forward a bit. In theaters, April 13th. And on the front, it goes, Big meets bigger. This is a size XL, because I was like, I'll be okay if it's a little baggy on me. It'll probably shrink when I wash it. Anyways, I just thought it was kind of funny, because that's not like in any way suggestive, right? Yeah, of course not. Of course not. So stickers, free stuff like this. Orange, you glad you got free food? Yes, I am. Oh, on the way out. Oh, they gave us these pencils at the costume contest to mark down stuff. I think we were supposed to return them. I did not. Oh well. Also, there was a box outside the elevators that someone put free on. And I looked in it, I was like, I don't need this little... There's like a tiny mini tripod in there. I was just like, this is cheapo. An artist easel, some type of framed thing. And then this. And I was like, that's hilarious. This is hilarious to me that somebody just put a Thai Beanie Baby in a little free box outside the elevator. And you know what? I would never look a gift pony in the mouth. Maybe I would. But I'm like, that's hilarious to me. Free pony. I mean, seriously. How many conventions have you gone to where you're like, I got a free pony? But yeah, this is all the free stuff from this. Now, some people go to these conventions to spend money. And part of what I bought was actually after it, because I checked Craigslist and stuff too for things, or video game systems. I know, people are like, hey, look at that handheld family video that you made. Wasn't that all expensive? No, not at all, actually. Stuff, if you know how to haggle, or you know where to look, stuff isn't expensive. Anywho, let me get to the stuff that was kind of a... I love to support local artists. So I saw this on Instagram and I was like, I need the sticker in my life. So I did buy this sticker and it was wonderful. It's Pyra from Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which I'm loving that game right now. It is so good. And Pyra is so great. I like Pyra. There was the other spoilery character there, but I'm like, yeah, no. The other thing is, there were actually some video game vendors this year. So there were import titles for the Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Gear, Sega Genesis or Master System, if you're nasty, or a Mega Drive. I don't know, what do you want to call it? There were PlayStation 1 games, Dreamcast games. There were games, import games, Game Boy Advance games, and I'm like, ooh, I like games, and I also like haggling with prices. So any way that I can nail out good prices on games, heck yeah. So this is the Legend of Zelda Triforce of the Gods. I love how when you go to delete something, it just says kill instead of delete. Works on the Retron 5, although one of these days I'll have to pick up one of those NT things. I was like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Final Fantasy VI, which I have no qualms with it being in a different language because I can read some Japanese. I beat the original Final Fantasy in Japanese. I've beaten Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening or Dreaming Island in Japanese. I will certainly beat this in there, and this. And then there's one more that I was like, oh, I will see if I can talk you down from 10. And yeah. And it would be this, which would be Ys 3, Wanderers from Ys, which is a Metroidvania style game. A lot of the menus are in English. The story is not, but a real quick FAQ can help you with it. It's a side-scrolling Metroidvania style game. Similar to Legend of Zelda 2. Oh, and you have to push a button to actually attack things in it. Actually, this is pretty sweet. Music is wonderful in these, like always with Ys. And yeah, so I might do a little bit of videos showing these off on the Retron. I'm gonna put them by Pyra. Yay! Okay, the other thing was actually the priciest thing that I picked up, actually, which was I couldn't resist it because I have a problem with bags. I really do. But this is because, like, I have no sense of embarrassment, and I'm okay with going around King Soopers with my bags because I bring the cloth bags. Because I mean, I'll grab plastic bags and put them from the King Soopers to put inside my other bags, so I have bags to put in my trash can in the bathroom. That's the only reason I get plastic bags. I don't need them for anything other than that. But I use cloth bags for everything else, and I could not resist this because honestly, it's one of my favorite games on the Nintendo Switch. Actually, I thought the one on the Wii U was okay. I love the single player mode, but I've been playing so much of the multiplayer on this one. So yay! Yay! Best. Wait. Pearl's on there too. I need to go find the business card for this company because I like these. They're actually pretty sturdy. These are actually pretty well made. I like it. I'm like, heck yeah! I'm going to wander around the grocery store with this. Why not? And then people are like, but isn't it pink? Yeah, so what? So yeah, I just liked this one. I was like, oh gosh, I have to support this. I think it's from the same person who made these. And it was fantastic. So, there's all this stuff. All these, because I'm terrible. Yay! Anyways, there was one more thing, which I thought was pretty fantastic. I saw this on Craigslist because I was looking around for specific types of systems and things, right? And this person was all like, $10! Here we come up and buy this. And I'm like, oh, I will do that. So, let me tell you what I got for my $10. I got this case. But that's not all. See this case? It's not really, we don't really care about the case. It's cool. Oh look, I got an extra stylus. And I got a blue Nintendo DSi, which, oh, I thought this was kind of funny. Most people don't seem to realize this with these. If you don't transfer all your stuff over to something else, it stays attached to this. So I went to the DSi shop, and it looked like this person had purchased some stuff previously, and all I needed to do was just re-download it. So I had Photo Dojo, PictoBits, Dr. Mario Express, and Mario vs. Donkey Kong Minis March again. And I was like, yep, this works out fine. So I was like, $10? I would buy that. It's so beautiful. Sit there, Pyra. Yay! Oh, and it came with these screen protectors. And weirdly enough, 3 games. $10, 3 games, 4 games. That's actually 7 games if you count the stuff that was digital. No SD card, but I have other SD cards. So I was like, haha, I'll put this 4 gig SD card in here and it'll be all good. But yeah, Professor Layton, The Curious Village, Legends of Phantom Hourglass, and New Super Mario Brothers. What's funny about that? I can take New Super Mario Brothers over to GameStop and get like $21 in store credit for just that one. And this one's $13. This one's $3. So I'll just toss it in with my other stuff that we'll give away at some point. But these, I might just take it over there because these, actually, if I were to go with the cash option, cover practically everything here on this table. Almost. Especially if I take them to other places too. I know Doc's gives a little bit more for them than GameStop sometimes. And then also like Second and Charles and the like. But yeah. So, Colorado Anime Fest. Swag-wise, this was fantastic. These things keep me alive, and I love them. Because, like, food, food. Anytime, okay. I believe in what Buddha says when he's like, don't turn away a free meal. It's all good. Dude was fat and died of food poisoning because back then, medical science, terrible, but the principle is still the same. People will always be willing to give you free water, food, shelter, that type of thing. It's amazing. The kindness of strangers is something that you have to believe in. No matter how badly people can damage other people, in this world there will always be people who are kind. You need to seek out the people who are kind. Anywho, I was just pretty happy with all this stuff. I'm like, yep. I was playing a little bit of this. And a lot of the monster art is different in this because this is the first edition of it. So there's glitches that exist in this. There's all sorts of stuff that exists in it that didn't make it over to the United States because of censorship. I was so annoyed though. They had a boxed copy of Chrono Trigger for the Super Famicom. And I was all like, oh, how much is this? And the guy was like, oh, it's $35. I was like, so it's got the instructions. It's in a box. And you want $35 for it. And he's like, yeah. And there was a dude next to me who was all like, "I," and like literally just pounced on it on the table. I'm like, oh, really? Dang! That's a good thing. But then I was able to rub like Final Fantasy VI in that person's face because I looked around in the rest of the stuff. Person also had the N64 Super Mario 64, not the first one, but the one with like the white cover and the rumble feature added to it, which man, they had the Pilot Wings one and the other one. It's like, oh man, God, that is so good. But yeah, Colorado Anime Fest was pretty great this year. They'll be in a new hotel next year, and with more vendors, more video game vendors. Oh goodness, yes, and it was just good stuff. Overall, I was pretty happy with it. Like the swag was good, the free stuff and the paid stuff. The artist alley was pretty good. I saw a lot of artists that had art that I liked, but like the style of it. But I was just like, I don't know. Some of the stuff here, I probably wouldn't put it in a frame. So, I mean, I look at if like, oh, would I frame it? There was some. I saw some of my friends bought a bunch of different art because the art in these things is fantastic. One thing you need to do is support your local artists. Yeah, I know they're using other people's copyrights, but they're putting their own spin on it. You see, even if you're not the person who drew Nighthawk, if you do something that is an approximation of it and looks good or is clever, you should be able to sell it. I mean, fan art is art. I mean, it might not be your property. Never claim it is, but your unique take on it is what makes it interesting. And you're not trying to pass it off as official. That's the thing. If you try and pass something that's fan-made off as official, that's bootlegging. And that's bad. I was just like, man, okay, so I'm going to fill this up with stuff. I'm going to wash this out, It's all good. This Isle of Dogs figure is interesting. I don't know. That might end up on, the eBays. I don't know. But this and this, oh yeah, I'm going to have to record some video. And Ys, I picked Ys up because I have some friends who I know are really into Ys. And I was like, do you guys have this? And they're all like, no. And I'm like, that's a really good price that they had this at. I think it'd be worth it to check it and to get it and test it out and see if it works and stuff. Who knows? I might hold on to that. I'm probably going to hold on to it and play it a little bit on video and all that stuff. And then, who knows? Anyways, I'm going to go eat this orange because it was awesome. But Colorado Anime Fest, swag-wise, was pretty good. I mean, there were some fantastic panels. I know people are like, but the panels didn't seem like... No. There are awesome panels if you seek them out. You got to seek out your joy at these things. There are panels, and they're good. And sometimes if a panel's title doesn't seem interesting, check it out. Might be pleasantly surprised by it. I missed a panel because I had to I did some interview stuff, and I was like, oh, I wish I hadn't missed it, but it was, there was one I really wanted to go see called Cospaws. That was about cosplaying with animals. And it was like, oh my gosh, yes, so many animals at these. It's just like, okay, I know people who train service animals, and they are just the most adorable things. And they're so well behaved. And especially they're training them to be so well behaved and stuff, and you're not supposed to mess with service dogs, and you should never ever do that. Service animals are there to do a job. They're there to work. They're on duty. You don't mess with police officers on duty. You don't mess with service dogs on duty, or other service animals. And I think that it's fantastic that it's a good convention. There was some pretty wonderful music there from the taiko drum people. There was that choir again this year. They're pretty good, but there was also some other cool stuff about it. I just felt like, oh wait, I almost forgot. There were posters and stuff too, so I should probably show those off. Okay, I actually grabbed a bunch because I kind of got a thing for posters. So here's some of the posters. This is a Voltron Netflix poster. Then there was one also for Troll Hunters, Tales of Arcadia, also streaming on Netflix. I think it's kind of funny because I could go across the way to be like Netflix and, hey, you guys got any swag left? I'd love to get some of these for BoJack Horseman or whatnot. There's some amazing BoJack Horseman art that they have at the Netflix offices. It's nice. But yeah, Netflix. I'll just pop that up there because it's cool. Lots of swag. Oh, and then got a bunch of these actually. Mainly because it's interesting. It'll look good. It might look good in a frame. And there's a bunch of these right now going for about $5 a piece on eBay. So, Isle of Dogs. I'm looking forward to this movie. It looks interesting and quirky, and I feel that Wes Anderson makes really good stop motion movies. I think that's actually more of his thing, because a lot of his older stuff like Rushmore and the Grand Budapest Hotel, etc., etc. Oh yeah, by the way, that DSi also came with a charger. Yay! Now I've got I still have a bunch of these. But yeah, posters and other things. Oh yeah, and this also came with that. It's a case for DS games. But yeah. Fun stuff. The swag was magnificent, and yeah, it was pretty good. A lot of interesting people there. There's Rainy Day Anime out in Colorado Springs was there. They're selling stuff. Alpine Anime was there. They were selling stuff. There's a bunch of people out, some really good vendors, really good artists. Actually, I think I have a couple of the artist things. Let's see if I can find some of them. There's like Visi Colors or something like that. They're on let's see what they have here. They have Patreon, things like that. A lot of cosplayers too. Cosplayers having cards is pretty cool. Some interesting artists like Wayward Studios. I didn't buy anything from them, but I will check out their webcomics because I like webcomics. And there's some really great ones around here. Like there's this one artist named Robin Dempsey who does something called Ley Lines. It's pretty decent. Then there was like a cosplay cafe type thing, so there's a little bit of that out there. They had a maid cafe there, which was, yeah, that was kind of cool. I also went in and took a look at the anime bar and all that, and that was fun. A lot of interesting stuff, a lot of good stuff in the programming schedule. So yeah, like there was a lot of good stuff for it. Overall, a lot of fun, well worth it. If you're ever in Colorado, check the local conventions out. There's Denver Inc., or rather the Dink, or it's a comic convention. There's the Rocky Mountain Pinball Showdown. There's Colorado Anime Fest, Mile High Con. I think Starfest is back this year too. Let's see, not Anomaly Con, but there's another thing that is replaced by something. I think it's like whimsyCon. There is Colorado Anime Fest, Denver Comic Con. There's Non-DeskCon. There's all sorts of different stuff. And then there's like, I think new ones are like DakuCon, which is intended to be like, and then there's another one called like Earn XP or something like that, Gain XP. But yeah, this is like, this one's funny enough because it's like down the street pretty much. I'm like, a convention that's geared only at people who are 18 and up. Because they're like, you know what? You go to these conventions, kids running around everywhere, and you're just like, You get to be a grumpy adult without kids around. Not too bad. Overall, pretty great. The cosplay was pretty great. Some pretty good stuff. There is just some fantastic stuff, and this is the swag from it. Again, I want to give a shout out to Viter Energy. Their little mints. Yes! Throw them! Throw them, Philip! Throw them! Their mints are pretty cool. I might wear this to work, because I like shirts. Free shirts are good. And I like this Pyra sticker. I just haven't figured out what to put her on yet. Not a cup. No. It's glossy, too, which is nice. I like stickers. Stickers. Actually, she kind of looks a little like Princess Bubblegum for some reason on this. But I saw it on Instagram. I was like, oh, I have to get this. And this person was all like, oh, by the way, you should follow us on Instagram. We post a lot of pictures of things, and it's pretty cool. Post pictures of, the other thing that I'd pre-ordered, so when it came in, I was like, yes, gotta get this. Pika, pika! So I guess it kind of counts. I mean, it was GameStop, but it was the week of it, so is that like a Friday? And he's awesome. So I'll just add him to this because he was picked up around the same time. Yep. That said, oh man, this is a pretty good haul. I like these posters. I'm gonna wrap those up and put those in a safe poster thingy. I actually need to go through the poster thing because there's a bunch of old video game and anime posters that I'm like, you know what might be good with these? Getting them signed by people, sticking them in frames, and then auctioning them off for charity. I mean, they raised $9,000 for Youth on Record. $9,001. That is awesome. And this is a group that helps, I guess you could say, wayward youth. I'm just like, you know what? That's good, because this is people helping people. People helping people is fantastic. You know? I mean, charity. It's kind of a rare thing these days. It's a rarity. Goodness gracious, that's terrible. Me and my puns. But no, I mean, you gotta love that. That people, especially with like all these voice actors and stuff, if you come to these conventions, meet the voice actors. Get stuff signed. Do it. Meet these voice actors. These people work really, really hard to bring over the entertainment that brings you together. They work on your video games. They work on your anime and your animation. And they're great people. Many of them are fantastic and will sign stuff for you. They're great people. And those signatures are worth something because they're an express, like paying that money is actually, one thing I love about these types of charity auctions. NDK has a fantastic charity auction too. Colorado Anime Fest, NDK, great charity auctions. There's charity auctions at all the other ones too, and those are worth checking out because the good thing about charity is that when you have a plenty of something, it's good to give back to people. It's good to do something with that, to make it right. You know what I mean? Because, like, you know how I say hurt people hurt people? It's not my saying, it's someone else's, and it's true. It's a fundamental of psychology. But we can also help people too. Good people help people. Good people help people. And charity is a good way to do that. And you know what? I just thought, I was really so happy because, like, so many people gave so much. And that was just fantastic. And I hope that Youth on Record uses that money for good. And I know they will, and it's going to be awesome. Like, they can do a lot of good with that. And the cool thing about it is that these are groups that will just go and do good. They don't make huge campaigns about what they do. They just go and do good. And that's what you should do. You should go and do good. Go and be generous. Go and do good. Go and be better. Be ambulatory. Don't be stationary. Be charitable and fun. There's more. It's really cool to raise that stuff and to do that. But at the end of the day, you are buying things at a charity auction, and you're also giving, which is kind of cool. It's a fun thing to participate in. And I want to congratulate everyone that did that. I mean, $9,001 because it's over 9,000. I mean, Chris Sabat would be so happy. Sabat. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Anyways, yes. Be charitable. Be supportive. I mean, I love artwork. I love people's art. And I was like, I saw this and I was like, I have to have this. I saw it on Instagram, which you should follow us on Instagram. You'll know I commented a few things on this person's stuff, so you should follow them on Instagram too. I'm trying to remember what their Instagram thing is. I don't remember if I gave it out or not. But yeah, follow them on Instagram. They're great. It was a fun convention. I am tired. Although I'd be a lot more tired if it weren't for the beautiful free food, fruit, vegetables, cheese, ham, things like that. And also, like, I want to say that these mints actually do work. They're pretty good. I just got a few of those. I might hold on to some of them and be like, hey, coworkers. Because, like, hey, I think it was pretty good, and they're actually pretty strong. I was pleasantly surprised by how strong these things are. Not bad. They're like caffeinated Altoids or something, but not chalky like Altoids can be. Because, like, they don't actually leave a thing on there. But yeah, stuff and things. Stuff and things. Best part of the zombie apocalypse. Anywho, I'm going to put some of this stuff in a box. Put some of this stuff in a bag. Put some of this stuff, like, away. Put this guy back on the shelf. I don't know what I'm going to do with the rarity. I'm going to put this in the in my dishwasher. I'm going to put some of these stickers with other stickers. I'm going to put those little guitar picks in with the electric. The hat, I'll figure something out with that. The shirt, might wear it. And the bags, definitely going to put the bags, for the most part, where I keep my other bags for food shopping. Yes. Or just for, like, walking around with a Switch. I mean, I'm the type of person to be like, yeah, I'll walk around in the mall with this. Because Marina is awesome. Who's better, Marina or Pearl? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll tell you why you're wrong. No, I'm kidding. They had, like, Kali and Marie. And I was like, oh, there's Marie and Kali, and those sold out really quickly, too. That was one of those things where it's just like, you go by the artist's alley, and you see stuff that, stuff disappeared. Yep, people buying things. some artists did pretty well. It's pretty good. Lots of prints out there. A lot of, weirdly enough, a lot of Yuri on Ice stuff. I guess that's an anime I should probably check out at some point. Everyone seems to like it. That epic pop something or other. I don't know. The last anime that I really binged watched was Erased on Netflix a couple weeks back. I need to actually check some of the other stuff there, like Devilman Crybaby was pretty good. Things like that, I need to catch up on my anime. Also, oh my goodness, there was the AMV things. There was this person who did a music video based off of the short series She and Her Cat. But to that song from Toy Story 2, You Know the One. And I'm just sitting here like, oh God. It was the last one they did because it won Best in Show. And I was like, oh no. It's funny because I'm sitting there in the front row. And I look back over there through my own tear-stained eyes at other people that the song and the video just completely destroyed. And there's people trying to host things here. And it's just, ooh, that's a good show. You should check it out on Crunchyroll and stuff. But yeah, Colorado Anime Fest was pretty sweet. This is all swag from it. I've talked about it for over half an hour. Thank you for hanging out and checking out the swag. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. Ring that little bell so that you're notified whenever we have a brand new video of me ranting about things. Yay! We have all sorts of content to give you, and until the next video, you are now caught up.